Hey, I'm Max. Welcome back to Dante's Kitchen. Today we're going to be doing something rather cool. It is a pan-seared halibut with coconut Alfredo.
Why rather cool?
Because it's coconut Alfredo. Okay, so first thing that you need to do is get some water boiling for your fettuccine noodles and your corn. While that's happening, all you want to do is get 2 breakfast radish, and you want to thinly slice these radishes because we're going to be pickling it. Believe it or not, these radishes actually make the dish. It changes the flavor profile of the entire entree. It's wonderful. So you want to do thin slices. You can use a mandolin, but I'm definitely afraid of them. I've seen way too many fingers get cut in the kitchen, so go ahead and use a knife and practice and hone your knife skills. So let's go ahead and start doing some nice thin slices. As you can see, you get really thin slices. By doing this, you're also going to be getting a much faster pickling because it's thinner. It's going to denature a lot faster. Alright, so the next thing that you need to do is basically just make your pickling juice for the breakfast radish. Very simple pickling juice. All you need is a half a cup of rice wine vinegar, a tablespoon of white sugar, and 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds. And just whisk. So, we're done with pickling our breakfast radish. You want to keep it in its juice. By the time we plate everything, this is ready to go. You want to boil off the 2 corn cobs, which we just had done. You're going to cut that up, and that's going to balance out to be a cup of corn. Along with that cup of corn, you want to take a can of coconut cream, which is about 13 fluid ounces, and you want to blend them together. Very simple. Okay, always liquid first. And then your cup of corn. And what you want to do is just keep a little bit of corn for the garnish for your actual dish. Straining the coconut cream from the corn. It's a quick trick is just tapping the edge to get all that juice out. Okay, so we got our leeks here that go along with the coconut cream. Basically what you want to do is get 3 leaves, and you obviously want to wash them very clean because they can get very dirty. And you want to make nice dice so they curl, so you gotta work with that. Alright, so now we already cut the leeks. All we need to do is just basically heat up the sauce. First thing that you need to do is sweat the leeks. So I got a saute pan at hot heat. Just fold these bad boys in. Sweat it, don't brown it. You want to have that nice initial bite in the leek. You don't want to break it down too much where it gets mushy. Sweat a little bit, obviously season in those layers. It takes about a second to really sweat leeks. Easy money. Next thing you need to do, pour in the coconut cream. So already got that corn in there, blended, strained, and now just heat it up. So the coconut Alfredo sauce hit its boiling point. The last thing that I did was basically just add a half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, and that thickened up the sauce, along with about 2 ounces of butter. And those 2 ounces of butter finally give it a nice finish, nice creamy finish. You want to keep in mind that you want the pan to be at low heat. Don't want it to be high because then the sauce breaks because the butter's in there now. Noodles are almost done. Last thing that we need to do is fabricate the halibut. So this recipe is for 2 people. So what I'm going to do is actually cut this halibut in half. And I just seasoned it with salt and pepper. Keep in mind that white fish, it can flake up, especially halibut when it's overcooked. So you want to really serve it at a medium because remember that when you take the fish off of the pan, it's still cooking. So keeping that in mind, we're going to slice this guy in half and just get a nice cut like that. White fish deserves very high heat, so keep that in mind. Alright, just be very careful when you flip over the halibut because it does get flaky when it's almost out of cooked. Look at that color. It's a beautiful, nice light brown. Now I'm just going to keep it at a very low heat, and it's just going to cook in about 1 minute, 2 minutes, ready to go. Okay. Right into the center. Then all you need to do is place the fish on top. And the pickled radish that we had. And you can garnish with cilantro. I'm going to be using micro cilantro. Alright, so we plated the dish. It does look beautiful. Anyone who sees this is going to be blown away. Last thing that you want to do is just squeeze some lemon juice on top of the fish. Makes a difference. And enjoy your meal.